I sat down to meditate deeply. I carefully listened to some guys that gather themselves in some platform, all in the name of doing meeting for protest. And after listening to their jargon, I weep bitterly, because it's unfortunate that we cannot advise ourselves on important issues of relevance when we are desperate for something to be done. It's no longer a news, and it is also a well-known fact that majority of us in grand community, we have suffered a lot, invested our money waiting for grant to be disbursed, grant that doesn't even have the light in Nigeria, different grant over the year that doesn't have the light to show, and the only one, which is Theobarth Global Foundation, that have the light, and we are waiting for disbursement. So far, if you are acquainted with the latest development of things in Theobarth Global Foundation, you will be rest assured that yes, we have gone beyond the level at which we used to be previously in the years past. But unfortunately, it is today I come to understand and to as well realize that ignorance is indeed a very bad disease that is killing so many people. When you are ignorant of some things, if you are not careful, if you are not good in investigation, if you are not good in asking questions, you will make a lot of mistake that you will live to regret for the rest of your life. Now, when I listen to those guys talking, I discover that it's indeed ignorant that they are suffering from. You know nothing of what Professor Theophilus is doing about this disbursement. You don't know nothing. You don't know how many times he has had meeting with CBN governor. You don't know how many times he had had meeting with different relevant authority as it has to do with Theobarth disbursement. But all you got to do is to gather yourself and be warming up for protest. On which grant? What is the subject matter of your protest? Before you embark on a journey, sit down, go into dialogue, do your findings, verify issues on ground, and then come to a final conclusion on how you are going to go about it. Ladies and gentlemen in grand community, lest I forget, my name is Dr. Ambassador Peters, aka New Man, the National Ambassador of Theobarth Global Foundation. I am here this lovely evening, the 18th of January 2024, just to address this issue that somebody brought on my table about protest. What is protest? What do you know about protest? And what do you know about the grant in Nigeria? And what do you know that is the challenge that is facing grant disbursement in Nigeria? And if I may ask you that is talking that Professor Theophilus is not doing anything to disburse his money, can I ask you a question? And please do well to release a logical and a philosophical, a psychological, and well emotional cooked prepared voice note to the air, not a criticized voice note, not a voice note of scandalizing, not a voice note of insult, a well matured and articulated voice note to answer this question. Is it possible for somebody to travel out of this country to go and get money that will disburse to his people to better their life, and the same person will sit on the money, he cannot use the money, and he don't want to disburse it to his people? Is it possible? Some of you don't even know anything. If I should tell you what some of us have passed through in the past how many days now, as far as this disbursement is concerned, you will be surprised. We have traveled to places even across the shore of this country. There are things we can't open our mouth to say. Some of you are far off, but pride will not allow you to go closer to those who are within the corridor of power. Ask them questions. Bury your pride. I've been saying this thing often and on. Bury your pride. that same person you are hating, that same person you don't want to hear his or her voice, that person has something very vital to tell you that will calm your nerves. Do your findings. Ask questions from reliable people that you know they are involved in Theobarth disbursement before you start talking about protest. Mark today's date. My name is Dr. Ambassador Peters, aka New Man. Mark today's date. If you dare embark on any protest and you don't spoil this disbursement for yourself, call me a bastard. I know what I'm talking about. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. What an elderly person sit down and see far away. A child that climbed an iroko tree or the tallest tree in the world or building cannot possibly see it. A lot of water has passed under the bridge. See, dialogue that Theobarth Global Foundation is involved in right about now to make this disbursement to happen is the best thing that can happen to Nigerians. We have suffered and we cannot continue to suffer. So the best we can do is to pray and also support Professor Theophilus Oloche Ebonyi in whichever way possible to get the disbursement done. And you are there gathering yourself in a platform, insulting people, blaming people for your own problem, for your own mistakes, instead of you to do your findings and know exactly what is the root cause for not disbursement in Nigeria up till now. You are talking what you don't know anything about. Criticizing people who are even the one trying to see how they can get the disbursement done. You don't know the country Nigeria where you belong. Nigeria is not a country that you do gra. Nigeria is not a country that you claim that you know too much. Nigeria is not a country where you want to prove to everybody that you are Jagaban, that you are the one that can handle the issue. We have one Jagaban in Nigeria, and that Jagaban is Mr. President. So you that want to come and do gra, it's up to you. But mark today's date, like I told you earlier on, if you do anything funny about protest and you spoil this disbursement that we are already about to get, you will have yourself to be blamed for the rest of your life. I am Dr. Ambassador Newman. I am not afraid of anybody. I say it the way it is. If you don't like it, go and kill yourself. I don't care the numbers of those people who gather themselves in that meeting. I don't care to know you. You all know me. I am a subject matter in some of your meetings. And that will not stop me from saying the truth. Take my name anywhere, you can't do me nothing. I am in the palm hand of the Almighty God. God is the one preserving new man. And that is why I am not scared. I am not afraid. I say the truth when I want to say it. Stop insulting those that will help you. Stop making noise over what you don't know anything about. When a subject matter is being given to you in the school, and the lecturer or the teacher is yet to introduce that subject matter, as a brilliant student that is ready to learn, what you got to do is to go to the library, look for material that are relevant to that subject matter, and do your findings so that you can come with accurate head knowledge ahead of time before the lecturer will start his own introduction. And that will give you a better stand to understand the lecture better. That is what I expected some of you to do. But you claim you are a leader. You are leading a particular group. Instead of you to help this group better, you are jeopardizing them the more. Protest in Nigeria is not moi moi.